What's going on, everybody? This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Barossa Transport. Barossa Transport offers comprehensive services for all your transportation and property needs, including vehicle transport, heavy equipment hauling, property cleanup, all sorts of stuff like that. Their dedicated team ensures reliable and efficient service, providing custom solutions tailored to your specific project requirements. Call Barossa Transport now at 707-358-2859 for a free quote. Tell them your boys from Like It or Not sent you.
All right, guys, I got to tell you about our good friend Kyle Thompson with Thompson Construction. Let me tell you, if you need some excavating, grading, general engineering contractor based out of Ukiah, California, and they do it all, specializing especially in septic system installation and repairs, which, trust me, is hard to find. So if you're having any kind of septic issues, this is the company you need. Also, repairs with land and site development for residential, commercial, agricultural, pond construction and lining, retaining wall construction, hillside drainings, drainage systems, underground utilities, water, gas, sewer, all of that stuff. Electrical, they can do it. They'll repair it, install it, whatever you need. They're OQ certified for PG&E excavation and backfill. You want a swimming pool dug? They could do that. I mean, it goes on and on. Truck servicing, defensible space for fire prevention. So Thompson Construction, look, they love what they do, and they take the utmost pride in their work and customer satisfaction, which is hard to find these days. So they put a great attention to detail. No job is too big or too small. So call Thompson Construction today at 707-391-7679.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Mystic Bodywork. Woo! Mystic Bodywork offers an array of treatments and therapies for the body and soul.
Yes.
Massage, red light therapy, readings, facials, cuppings, they do it all. They're located right here in Ukiah. They have a new holistic wellness center that they just opened called The Well, and they provide a nurturing space for personal growth and spiritual exploration.
Nice.
Yeah, they have a bunch of classes coming up. Upcoming classes include a psychic medium, a seasonal detox, herbal cleanse, astrology and tarot readings. Also, they do vinyasa, yoga, breath work circles,
Little upward
classes, monthly full moon sound journeys, and Reikis.
Like it. Little Reiki healing's always good for the soul.
Yeah, this is the place that Drew needs to go, and you need to go there also. You can check out all that they have available at mysticbodywork.com, or you can call to schedule an appointment today at 707-380-4742.
Also, OG sponsor, The Original, has been helping us for a long time. Got to give a big thanks to the Thirsty Axe. You can check them out on thirstyaxe.com. Visit that site for all the cool stuff they got going on. They do a fun trivia night. They do karaoke. You can throw axes at zombies, play pool, cocktails, food, live performance, music. They got it all. So if you're ever wondering what to do on a rather uneventful Friday night in Ukiah, maybe Saturday or any day of the week for that matter, go down to the Thirsty Axe. Tell them the boys that Like It or Not sent you down there. Have a good time and have a drink on us. DC Customs. Love these guys. They do such cool work. You got to check out some of the rides they have put up on their Instagram. I mean, they're next level. Suited and booted from the floor to the ceiling. So whatever you're looking to do, whether you just want to lie next to bed, get some new wheels, or customize any kind of ride up or down, slam it or lift it, DC Customs has your back. You can check them out at dccustoms.net or give them a call at 707-463-2227.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to step up your nutrition game, and the way to do that is by getting some prepped meals by Macro Meals by Jess.
Yum.
Delicious, folks. Let me tell you what. I've been a client of hers for a while now, and I've lost weight. I've felt more nutritious. And
You look more nutritious.
well, thank you, Drew. I appreciate that.
Tiger King's wearing off on me.
The macro meals by Jess is a weekly meal prep based in Mendocino and Sonoma counties. They do macronutrient based meals by a health and fitness lover and awesome friend of the show, Jess. And they are offering you two free meals if you order 10 and one free meal if you order 5 for our Like It or Not listeners. So make sure to place your orders. They have delicious, awesome new menus every week, and you can check all that stuff out on Instagram at macromeals_by _Jess JESS. Go check her out, give her a follow, give her a like, and place some orders because it's delicious and it's awesome and it's healthy. My name is Carter Lane.
I'm Drew Nickel.
Welcome to the show. Whether you like it or not, here we come.
How'd you get? How'd your wife, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You are so dumb.
Oh my
you are really dumb.
I miss that guy.
Me too. Welcome everybody to another episode. We are back.
Back in the saddle again.
My name is Carter Lane. It's very nice to meet you all. I hope that you're having a wonderful day and that God has blessed you with the opportunities that you deserve.
Yeah, amen to that.
Amen.
Speaking of which, I got to give a shout out. I had the opportunity of helping the Willits Calvary Chapel Church.
Uh-huh.
They hired me to sell their church and the subsequent buildings around it, and then
They gave you all the money.
all the money. I got all the money to sell their church, and then they wanted to buy a new church, and because their church was growing, and so
Congregation was growing.
yeah, there you go. The congregation was growing. More people in the church, in the pews. So we sold the church, and then I sold them another building after that, which was the Willits Furniture Center. And they basically gutted that and built a new church inside. And the first, it's not a ceremony, right? The first sermon, thank you, in their new building was this last Sunday, and I went to it, and it was awesome.
Oh, that's rad.
It was so cool. I loved it so much. Pastor Jim and Pastor Nick are up there, and, you know, it's all new. So you go in and, you know, they did it on a budget with the help of the community, but you can't tell. It looks like
Great.
First class. And you go in there and there's just such a great community of people, and you go and you sit down and the band comes on stage and they just rock worship tunes for like, I don't know, 45 minutes, half hour. They played like 3.
That's so cool.
They have a 90-year-old bass player.
Whoa.
Dude, he's 90 years old and he's like playing the bass. And
That's awesome.
I loved it. I thought it was really cool. And then they took a break, made some announcements, and then, they thanked everybody who helped them, get to where they were, donated the materials, the time, built a church, because it was all pretty much done on donations. And
That's awesome.
They thanked me, which thank you. I appreciated that. I felt special. But it was super cool. And then after that, they eat some food and did a little Bible study, which was new for me, but I appreciated. And so, yeah, if you're looking for a cool church or a place to go hear some good Jesus tunes, Calvary Chapel, Calvary Church in Willits, really awesome.
Is that the one that's next to Safeway?
Now it's next to Safeway, right next to it.
Yeah, cool.
Really cool state-of-the-art building and
Wow.
cool guys. So I just wanted to shout out to that.
Yeah.
That was cool. Might just get me back in church.
Yeah, maybe.
Good Lord, let it maybe happen.
The place didn't go down in flames when you walked in?
No.
You're like, are you sure you want me to come to your new church?
I was waiting for a beam to come crashing down.
Yeah. I went to Big Mike's church, the River, a while ago.
Yeah.
Same thing. They rock out.
I got to check that out too.
Yeah, that's a fun one too. And they have like 2 different services because there's so many people in their congregation, so they have to split it up into 2 different services. But I thought it was cool. Like they were just
I'm a recovering Catholic myself, you know what I mean? So I'm used to the Catholic thing, and it was way different.
Yeah.
Which I appreciated. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the Catholic situation, But as far as like, feeling the message and, I love music. So it was cool.
Was that the first time you've been in church for a while?
Other than when someone got married.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've been in church because I went to weddings that were in churches. But other than that, I don't know that I've been, or a funeral, to church that wasn't funeral or a wedding in, let's see, almost 30 years,
Wow.
I think.
That's crazy.
The last time I went to sermon or mass, I think I was like 13 or 14 when I got confirmed. I just got a bad taste.
You go
in
to
my
church,
mouth.
Dangle?
Not here, but I do come from a big church family.
Cool.
Yeah, Baptist.
I get it. I was like, it was kind of fun to. They were all like, "Hey, welcome," and,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're
all about it.
Yeah, it's your first time, and I haven't seen you here. I'm pretty easy to recognize with the mustache. Some people I think recognize me from the podcast or from my real estate signs, and it was just cool. I felt like part of their community right away, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah, isn't that so nice?
It was nice, and they're like wholesome, good people, just there on Sunday, worshiping the Lord.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, even if you take everything, all the rest of it out of it, just to like be in a like positive, fun-loving group of people that are just there to like, hear some good stuff on a Sunday, like it's just nice. You know?
And I like people who show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's Sunday and they're there bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They're not like hungover and, regretting their choices in life. Like,
Well, it might be a couple, but
yeah, but so what?
they're in action. They're trying to get it together.
They made it.
Yeah.
They're like, just because the food's good, we got here,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. I really liked it, and I'm proud of what they're doing. And it was cool to be. We were talking about it before on one of the previous podcasts. Like, that's really where the reward in real estate comes from. Like when you see the finished product.
Yeah.
Like I get a call one day, hey, I want to sell my church in Willits. I'm like, who are we going to sell a church to in Willits, right?
Yeah.
And then buy a new one, and to actually like be there for the first ceremony
that's
or the
cool.
first sermon in their new church. It was cool. I really enjoyed it. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Pastor Jim. Appreciate you as well. So thank you for all the love and support. Anyway.
See you there every Sunday.
Yeah, and I got to check out Big Mike. I'll come check yours out next.
That'll
Maybe
be
I'll
fun.
rotate. We'll
Yeah.
see if they can get me back.
You just bounce all around, see which one you like the best.
I'm not drinking as much as I used to, so I'm available.
Yeah. You're not smoking either.
No.
That's going good, huh?
Yeah, it's going good.
Awesome.
Running strong.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem a little more clear-eyed.
Do I?
Yeah.
Are you just saying that to
Yeah.
encourage me?
Yeah. I am.
Thanks for being honest, dude.
Yeah, you're
but I
good.
know you well enough when I kind of know.
You know that I'm bullshitting?
Yeah.
You can't bullshit the bullshitter.
I never really do the podcast stone, though. I feel like I'm not quite
No, only when we have the biggest guest fucking ever on.
That wasn't my fault. He was late.
The one time Drew does the podcast stoned.
Have you heard
is
that
when we have
story, JJ? So, we started this podcast during COVID because we were just like so fed up with what the normal narrative was, and we smelled bullshit from day one. Kind of why we named it Like It or Not. We're going to talk about these things. And so, about a year into it, right? Was it about a year into it, you think?
Yeah, we were in here, so
Yeah, we were in here because we started in your garage. We finally got who was he? Dr. Andrew somethingberg.
Corbett, he was the public health director at the time
Yeah,
for Mendocino County.
right. And of course, he's coming on, right? And everybody wants us to ask all these questions, grill this son of a gun. You know what I mean? It's on and like our big moment. And we come down here and we get ready and we're like, everything was confirmed and he just didn't show up. He didn't show up. We were like, okay. So we waited for him for at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, we waited and waited and waited, and he didn't come. And I think we even tried to call him. He didn't answer. So we're like, all right, well, I guess it's not happening. Carter leaves, drives home. I go upstairs, take a big old bong rip. I'm like, dude, I swear,
Yeah.
I shit you not, bro. I was like, And as soon as I did, I hear. And I'm like, no.
So Drew calls me and he's like,
No, I go to the door, dude, and I open the door, and there's a dude out there in a fucking mask, like, hello, hello. And I'm like, it's fucking Dr. Dude. Oh, God. And I open the door, I'm like, you're late. We didn't think you were coming. He's like, I got lost, and I couldn't find your number, and my phone's broken. And he just seemed like, sorry, by the way, if you're still, the guy. So I'm like, well, can we reschedule? And he's like, I'm really busy. Can we just do it now? And I'm like, fuck. That's when I called you.
yeah.
And you're like, what?
Guess who's here? I was like, okay, I'll be right there. I didn't know that you had just taken a bong rip.
I wasn't going to tell you, dude.
And then we sit down.
Disappointed.
And Drew's like uncharacteristically chill. Especially for having this person on. And he's doing a very good job at active listening. And I'm like, Drew, dude,
get him!
Yeah, dude, what's going on, dude?
Sick balls, boy.
Yeah, chopping sick balls, dude. And we're sitting here, dude, because I'm like, you're the fucking intelligent one. Fucking talk. And I mean, it was a fine conversation and all that, but we got done with it, and then people were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get him. I was like, well, I kind of just wanted to hear his point of view, man. Let the guy talk.
Oh, good golly. You
Yeah.
can go back and listen to it now that you have the background story
The
and see if
perspective
it's-
on it.
Yes. See if you can
My
notice.
dad was all, I thought you did good, Drew. You held your calm and, you let him talk. So that was good. He's like, thanks, Dad. Love that guy, dude.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, I didn't know that you took a big bong rip before you showed up.
Oh, God, I'll never do that again. And then the other one was, we did one on 420. I was ripped. But I was like, it's 420. I might as well get ripped and see what happens. But other than that, I really don't like to be.
And you don't like to play drums stoned or drunk either, right?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm not a huge stoner dude where I'm like trying to smoke all day. It's just like at the end of the day, if I'm chilling and I'll just like go smoke a little weed. That was kind of my thing. Or like on Sundays, if you're working in the yard, like
That makes it better.
yeah, garden, mow the lawn, like clean the gutter, whatever, do that kind of stuff, and just like smoke a little. And that was I miss those things.
Well, that's not you anymore, man.
No,
You don't need it in your life.
That's
You've
right.
You've let go.
I'm clear-eyed. I'm new and improved, allegedly.
Yeah.
So here we go. You got me.
Reap the benefits.
Totally sober. It's not so bad.
No, it's great.
God. Let me just
So-
have another sip of water.
Did you listen to the Gavin Newsom podcast with Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk.
Parts of it. Like I watched the highlight clips on YouTube that were like 2, 3, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
To be honest, I cannot stand Gavin Newsom. Like he's just like always moving his hands and his teeth, and I don't. It's like the epitome of like pissing on your back and telling you it's raining.
Yeah.
Like you can't trust him. You know what I mean?
I feel the same exact way.
He's like,
And I also was like, I want to listen to this.
Yeah.
I want to listen to him talk in a long form conversation because I think you find out more about people in that way. And it pretty much confirmed what I originally thought.
which is what?
He's fake as fuck.
Hella fake.
He's really like, to me, what I gathered from this conversation that he had, and I listened to, I think, almost all of it or all of it, but he was just, it's a play. It's like a play. He's having this person on to show that he's a certain way when he's totally not.
He's got Eddie Haskell vibes.
Yeah.
Remember from Leave It to Beaver where he's like, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Cleaver," and then he's like,
Yeah.
really
Off banging your fucking
right in your underwear drawer, stealing your your money and like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Doing sneaky little things, but then to your face like, "Hey, I'm the best guy ever."
Yeah.
And
Then I thought it was super hilarious how he said on the podcast, Charlie was talking about,
what was he talking about?
it's coming.
He blanked on that one.
It's coming. He was talking about women. Oh, here we go. He was talking about trans athletes
Yeah.
and males competing in female sports. And he was saying, "Come on, man, don't you think that that's like unfair or whatever, you know?" And he said, "Yes, I agree with you. It is an issue of fairness." Right? That's what he said. And then his side goes and posts all over social media and everywhere, "Did you hear that Gavin Newsom is against blah, 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 blah?" They totally twisted their own dude's words and like made this huge thing out of it. And it was like, he didn't even say that. All he said was like, "Yes, it is an issue of fairness. I do agree with you on that." He
Well-
didn't like state a position one way or the other. He was just like, "Yes, I agree." It's
Yeah,
like-
he's wormy about it.
right. But I'm just saying, it's just ironic how like, you know, then
the-
liberals grab that and twist it all up and say, "Gavin Newsom's now saying this." And it's just like, what, dude? This is a fucking circus sideshow that I really just don't want to be a part of anymore.
No, dude, they eat their own. You know what I mean? Which is like the sad thing.
Yeah.
And I hate the whole. I really don't like being like, oh, the liberals and the conservatives, or the lefties and the righties, and like this whole team thing, because I'm not really any of that, right? Like either are you. I know you. We're like just a accumulation of all of it, but really it's about like cut the bullshit. And nothing but what Gavin Newsom is just solid bullshit, and he's making this effort to seem more moderate in the middle because he wants to run for president in 2028.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, not as it is now, no Democrat's going to win with these extreme views that they ran on in the last election. They got their ass handed to them. And so he's trying to look like he's more moderate, but again, that's a wolf in sheep's clothing, dude. He's making an effort to fool you.
Yep.
And the real thing is like, well, why aren't you out there? Why are you doing a podcast for?
Well, because it's the
Go clean up California, dude. It's a mess.
yeah, but he's doing a podcast because it's a play. That's how
Yep.
a lot of people are getting their information these days, and that's like you saw the huge influence that it had when Trump and JD Vance were going on all the podcasts, and RFK Jr. and like that's a
Yeah, but then
it's like that. I agree that like somebody who wants to run should probably do that, but like yes, I also agree that he's got bigger priorities than.
yeah, bring up Grant Cardone's Instagram page if you would, please, sir.
The other update that we want to give is that we talked a couple episodes ago about the bill AB 1333
Yeah.
or whatever it was, where they were going to remove your right to protect yourself in your house.
Yeah.
That got squashed.
I saw that. That's great. That's good because we really
So
need
that's
to,
not
we need to
happening
clean
anymore.
up this state, man, and we need to hire good people to do the job. That
Sheriff
are-
Bianco,
yeah, man,
all the way, dude. Riverside County Sheriff.
Yeah, totally. Play that one that says "fucking done" right there. Play that for the people. This is like, you got to log in or what?
Yeah.
It's crazy. The LA fires are over, and then it's just forgotten about. But
What do you mean forgotten about?
like you don't hear anyone talking about it anymore. You see it in the news.
Yeah, Kamala Harris was there sniffing around.
Oh, we played that one, but that was weeks ago.
Kamala Harris was there.
But what
That
happened?
made a difference.
I can smell it. You can smell the smoke. It's burning. Smells like burning. It smells like burning.
No shit, bitch. You're standing in ashes. What the fuck you think it's gonna smell like, idiot? Start talking about something fucking good.
Hey, don't use the F word. You're gonna have to make everyone drink. Okay,
yeah.
play this.
February 25th, 2025. the reason why PCH is closed and the people can't get in is because the feds, the state, and the city doesn't want you to see what's going on, or more specifically, what's not going on. Nothing has been fucking done, okay? Nothing has been done. It's just crazy that this hasn't been cleaned up yet. It hasn't even been fucking touched. Look at this fucking beach. My God, it's fucking people. We need help here. And the help
Why are
has
you
to come
laughing
from
at him?
ourselves. This is a shocking situation to see that this is happening. This needed to be cleaned up with emergency, with urgency. It's been over a month, and the most important areas to be cleaned up haven't been touched yet.
That's good.
Okay, so
You think that guy sounds like he's from LA?
yeah. What the fuck,
He's
dude?
pissed.
Yeah,
But
he's
I mean,
upset, but like,
The Pacific Coast Highway is still closed. Like, we drove on that just a year ago. Remember when we were on tour?
yeah, but that's the section that goes right through Malibu, right?
Yeah. You heard him, the most important area.
What? Yeah, like, I mean, priorities. Come on, dude.
You don't think anything's washing into the ocean?
I don't know. I mean, that video didn't really show fucking.
I don't know. I mean, whatever, but I just think the point is like,
I know there's stuff being done.
Is there?
There's cleanup crews. Like, I mean, also stuff takes time.
I mean,
It's been a month. Like, yeah, okay, but like, don't you think it takes time for like?
How long should it take?
I don't know how long it should take, but like, I mean,
Well-
I'm not picking on the dude. I'm just saying like it takes time. Like, yes, but also like it's been a month. Like, you know how many fucking firefighters were there and like how crazy that situation was to deal with and manage, and cleanup crews are submitting bids, and you know what I mean? Like, it kind of takes a little time. Like, give it more than a month, but
Yeah, maybe, but I think that the state already and federal people already have contractors contracted to come clean this up. I mean, you're right, but I think what you're seeing is just like, okay, is this going to start to be the wheels of bureaucracy just turning so slow that,
Sure.
you know what I mean? Yeah, but these are like $1 million homes on the beach front. Like, this needs to get cleaned up, and it probably should be by now. But yeah, I mean, you could just see people are mad. Go to his Grant Cardone, who I'm not a huge fan of, by the way, but go down. That one of him there in front of the Capitol, Flip, California. Here's another effort this guy's doing.
Sacramento today. People keep asking me, what are you doing in California, dude? What's your big interest in being back
Because he moved to
in the
Miami.
state of California
He
after
left LA
living there 25 years?
because he didn't want to pay taxes.
Man, what's
High
happened
taxes.
here is undefensible, or I guess indefensible. Indefensible. Okay, if you're here in California and you're looking at what's going on, highest crime rates, highest taxes, highest illegal migration, highest net migration out of the state by companies and well-to-do people that are hiring people. What have I not covered? You got the lowest share percentage of people that can own a home, 16%.
16%.
Highest transportation costs, highest gas prices, highest produce prices. Like, look, if you guys can't flip the state of California to common sense, this cannot be defended. You cannot make sense of this, okay? You cannot blame this on anyone except the people who have, I'd like to say been in charge, but actually seem to be only leading the state of California into failure. Now, the reason this is important and should be important to all Americans is because
probably
as
good enough. You know what I mean? But it's just like, he's got a good point of, we got to lead this state into some common sense people. You know, I'm all for like, you know, I don't have an issue with the progressive California agenda. You know, we live here, we grew up here. Like, you know, I remember debating gay marriage in 8th grade and was always like, why can't gay people get married?
yeah,
You know, whatever.
yeah.
So it's, you know, where can we find this balance? Because it doesn't have to be so like hardcore conservative, right wing Donald Trump, or, you know, boys playing girl sports.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that? You know,
Why are those the two options?
that's where I think we need to find some people that's like, let's put the extreme things aside. Like, okay, you can just do those anyways, but like, as far as how we're going to govern, let's just do what works the best for the majority of people and leave it at that.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the thing that's wrong in the country in general is that it's become so divided, and that those extremes create more and more people going to either extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole COVID thing and just the way that and Trump plays a huge part in it, and
Yeah.
the way that Biden handled things plays a huge part in it. And so it creates more and more of that separation from the middle, I think. You know, because people start leaning one way or the other, and then this person will do something on the left to make somebody go more towards the right. And you know what I mean? So I think there's like a fundamental problem in that of like there hasn't been a unifying voice to say what you're saying. Like, let's forget about this right extreme and this left extreme, and let's focus on the middle, and let's focus on like a compromise and a solution. It's just been a war
Yeah.
of sides, and people are caught between choosing sides.
Well,
You know what I mean? Because I don't think that people understand that there can be a neutral option.
And I think identity politics is dead, right? Like identity politics kind of came through like when Barack Obama was running, because he was like the first black president, and you know that became a very important thing. And from him, you know, becoming president for 2 terms and kind of carrying that on, and then you know into politics in general, it just became like, when does it like matter what you identify with have so much to do with like you know, policy and all of that? It's like it they don't seem to equate the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like who you are and like how we should govern not how we should govern has everything to do with like how you see yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what it became this like extreme of, to the point now where it's like, I see myself as a woman, so I should be able to play girls sports. Right. And it's like, well, then why do we even have girls sports? You know what I mean?
Why aren't they combined?
Yeah. Why aren't they combined?
Yeah.
Because if women tried out in male, they would never make the team if it was just everybody at once, right? They have their own thing. So
Right.
like it's common sense. It's not, why do we even talk about that?
Why is there a
You know what I mean?
Why is there a WNBA? Why isn't there just the NBA?
I don't know. Girls don't even watch that. I asked my niece, I was like, she's 17. I'm like, do you watch WNBA? She's like, no. I'm like, who does? She's like, I was like, okay, just checking.
They're not selling tickets?
I don't know. And
We
obviously,
should go to a WNBA game.
I would. I like basketball. But would you rather go to an NBA game or a WNBA game?
I think I'd go into an NBA game.
You know what I would be down for, though, is women playing football.
Why?
I just think that would be fun to watch. Like, sports is entertainment. And I don't mean like one woman on a men's team, because that probably wouldn't end well. But like women playing football, just
Yeah.
in general, like a WNFL, I think we should have that.
Yeah.
I remember they had it once, right? Can you bring that up?
They had, like laundry.
Oh yeah,
They do a halftime Super Bowl thing.
They were like in booty shorts or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a little degrading to the ladies, but
Oh, this is rad.
It's amazing.
This is a football locker room
I
with
just
women
don't,
in it.
I'm not sure why this didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe it did work. Maybe we're just
I would
now
watch
privy
it.
to it.
There's no crying in football.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
here we go.
dude.
Can you make this bigger?
Whoa, they play on a teeny little field
Yeah.
in booty
See,
shorts.
I'm all for this.
Yeah.
I would almost rather watch this than regular.
This is
football.
what we should.
Look at that. Man.
Oh,
I don't know
this
about
is-
their boobs hanging out
dope.
though. That seems kind of dumb. Like put those.
Well, they can't. They got to put them. They got to put the
You gotta
protectors above the boobs
Oh,
because.
shit.
They can't go over them and protect the boobs.
Well, they
That's-
would smash the plate for your for your pads comes like down. It's like a chest plate thing.
Tell I never played football.
Dude, they should have a
I think we
women's
should-
football league opposite of the NFL so that people like me who are bored on Sundays now and don't have football to watch can
Yeah.
watch women's football.
But then they put some transgender person out there, and they would just be knocking all of these ladies.
Yeah, fuck it. Throw one in, dude. That'll make it more entertaining. Yeah.
I think we could do a transgender football league. TJ NFL.
That
no,
would be-
TG NFL. I'd watch that too. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Ow! You hurt me.
There's a reason for these things, folks.
We're living in an interesting time, bud.
When I went to high school in Rockland, the girls would do a powder puff football game every like homecoming,
yeah,
and they'd get a team of girls out there and play. It was cool.
that's cool. I appreciate girl sports. Them doing their thing, and I think that's great.
But there's a separation for a reason, and a
That's my point.
biological man can't compete in most things against a biological woman.
Well, you can, but it's not going to go well for what I mean. It defeats the purpose
Right.
because if that's the case,
Like they can do that in like little kids sports,
Yeah,
Like my 8-year-old daughter can play basketball with an 8-year-old like boy.
yeah.
Like, that's
until they start to mature
fair
and
enough
grow different.
until puberty.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna fucking check her ass and like
Well, yeah, and the whole thing is like it's not like there isn't an option for women. Like, it'd be one thing if it was, men play sports and women go to cooking class. It's like, no, women play sports too, and they each have their own league. So,
Right.
there's an option there. So you got to go into your category.
Right.
There's only two.
Yeah. That's what Trump says.
Yeah. Anyway,
There's only two.
what else is new, man?
I don't know, dude. Trying to snowboard as much as I can.
How you like that? You like Shasta?
Dude, yeah, Shasta's cool.
Yeah.
I'd never been there before.
You never went there from Chico days?
No.
Oh, really?
I was too drunk.
You were too drunk.
Yeah. You agree?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I was pretty drunk too, but not quite as drunk as you. I was like
I don't know,
functioning.
dude.
Yeah.
When I sobered up, the first thing I noticed was how drunk you got.
No, I didn't get any drunker.
Yeah, maybe a little
It
bit.
just seemed that way.
Yeah. No, dude, but I haven't been snowboarding in like 10 years, and I just went back to it this year, and I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun. And it's cool. Like, I like to just be there and kind of like, meditate on just being in the present moment out in the freaking snow and mountains and, like I find it really, really nice. I like it a lot, dude.
Yeah.
It's cool. And I like, there's been a couple days where I've been by myself for a portion of the day and I pop in my earphones and put on a cool playlist and just rip down some snow. I just love it. It's great. I forgot how much I used to like it, and why I used to like it.
Especially when there's good snow.
Yeah.
If you can get some good snow.
Yeah.
Or a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's been great. And I've had days where it's just been super sunny and like I'm just basically in a t-shirt and it's awesome.
Yeah. I think Shasta's nice because it's a little cheaper, but some of
It's
these
way cheaper.
one day tickets are getting crazy. Like
It's-
$250 for a day of skiing.
Dude, I paid $280 to go for a day at Heavenly.
Wow.
One day, $280.
Rich
I
man
paid.
sport now.
I paid last Monday. I went to Shasta and it was $80.
Yeah.
Not 90. Sorry, $90.
Which is still a lot for Shasta, but
yeah, but that's like
it seems almost free compared
that's
to
like old Tahoe prices.
yeah, exactly.
I took this guy who hadn't been in 15 years, and we were on the way up, and I was like, "Oh, should we buy our lift tickets like online before we get there? Maybe they'll be a little cheaper or whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, probably." And he's like, "Well, I'm thinking like they're probably like $65, $70." And I was like,
Okay, Grandpa. I remember
Yeah.
when I bought a candy bar for a nickel.
"Yeah, okay, boomer." No, I think they're more like 200. And he's like, "What? No fucking way." We looked $280
Yeah.
to go on a weekend at Heavenly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
But Shasta's great, dude. And it's a cool little mountain. There's like 4 lifts and it's totally fine, entertaining enough. Like, it's cool.
yeah, get there in a day.
Yeah. Just bomb up in the morning, bomb back afterwards.
do a little mountain meditation.
Yeah.
I've been doing meditating every morning for about a month now.
How's that going? Boring?
A little. All I do is sit there.
It was a little fucking boring.
But I've been doing like Joe Dispenza guided meditations.
Yeah, guided meditations are the way to go, dude.
Those are pretty rad.
Yeah.
And so
that's nice.
I wake up in the morning and, do my gratitude thing and then practice and then 10, 15 minutes of that. And I honestly, it has a huge impact on my day
Yeah.
and my whole like
In
thing.
what ways?
Just in that I am training my mind to not replay my same problems every single morning. Well, the problems of yesterday over and over again. You wake up and your mind has a tendency to think of all the problems that it had the day before, and it drags those into today and just creates this perpetual chain of like feeling a certain type of way. And
We read this.
it's been great to break that.
Yeah. We read this daily reflection a couple weeks ago, and it said something about like you have the right to start your day over at any point
Totally.
within your day with help from a higher power. You
Yeah.
know? I thought that was cool. I was like, how many times do we just like float through the day and just let one thing affect the next thing, affect the next thing, affect the next thing? And I don't know. I've really been thinking a lot about mental training
Yeah.
and how the untrained mind for me is a disaster.
Totally.
And I find like physical training goes hand in hand with that, like mental training.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's the whole stoicism thing, right? Which is, an interesting thought process of like, kind of putting yourself through mentally challenging things. But it's also not just, like the untrained mind, training the mind. But how do I want to put it? It's like also like training yourself about checking how you feel about yourself. I found that to be really beneficial. Like, what do you think about you? Do you think you're capable or do you think you're not? Like, do you think other people are better than you at most things and you're just, down and out? And it's like, your mind can start to spin out of control in that way, right? In that,
Totally.
I'm not the best, or I used to be here. And, and that's like this negative spiral. And then, those mental disciplines of like telling myself I love myself and I'm worthy and I'm capable and I'm the baddest motherfucker to walk the planet. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. Like I've been programming myself, as a part of this morning routine with that kind of stuff. And that's really what I'm starting to feel the shift and change in. Because your mind's going to play tricks on you,
Yeah. You're very fortunate to have the time and space to create a morning routine.
Yeah.
My morning wakes up like this. Fuck! That's my morning routine. Holy shit, dude.
And is
Get
that-
dressed. Go fucking wake up. Wake up. You need to wake up now. Now's time to wake up. Wake up. Get dressed. I'm not to myself, to the other humans
To your
that
kids.
I live with. Yeah.
Your 3 kids.
Yeah, but I just say that because I've been not having a morning routine for quite a while, and I'm like, I need one.
Yeah.
It's something that I need to establish, and it's just difficult. And so I have to I always am like, okay, I'm gonna get them up, get them to school, blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna do some sort of routine. And that never works because by the time I do all that, I'm like off and running to the next thing. And
No, it doesn't work.
Same thing with working out. If I don't wake up and work out, I won't.
Yeah, it's such a funny paradox because you're looking at me like, oh, you're so lucky to be able to do that, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had kids.
Yeah.
So we could trade
Totally.
But I think it doesn't take long. Like what I'm talking about doing, like waking up as soon as I wake up, I thank God. I'm like, and I'm super grateful for everything I have. It takes 10 seconds in my head. It's just instead of grabbing this,
Yeah.
and flipping and scrolling, I'm like, before I try not to touch my phone in the morning, right?
Do you have an alarm on your phone? Is that how you wake up?
Yeah. And then I get up a little earlier because even without kids, by the time 7:30 rolls around, ringing and dinging and 8 o'clock, forget it, right? And so I got up at 5:30 this morning and went out, made coffee, and just sat there for 15-20 minutes, like organizing my thoughts and training myself and telling myself I love myself and I'm more than capable and I'm right where I need to be, and abundance is mine, and all of those things. And it's just that little bit, even if it's 30 seconds. It's like, if you're thinking that instead of, oh fuck, I'm still broke, and oh man, that person got that listing and I didn't, and my phone isn't ringing, and why didn't she text me back? And
Yeah.
it just sets a shit in the bowl for the day. You know what I mean? So I'm waking up with the flush.
Yeah, great metaphor, dude.
Easier said than done. And I'm just reflecting because I've not been doing that for a while, and I felt that.
Yeah.
In the last month, like especially not just because I quit smoking weed, but it all kind of formulated into I'm stepping into this next version of myself, and these practices are important.
Do you have a planned out specific routine? Or is it kind of like you wake up and just kind of wing what you want to do in that?
I wish it was planned more, but it is wake up, gratitude, practice in my mind, and then coffee. And I go to the bathroom and make coffee, and then I sit down and I do 10 to 20 minutes of meditating or guided meditation. And then after that, depending on what I got going on, I'll usually work out or read, right? So usually after my meditation, I'll read at least 5 pages in my book. And I tell myself I got to read 10 pages a day, which I got from 75 Hard, right? So I'll read 5 pages in my book, and my book is usually the 7 Effective Habits of, highly performing people, or the one I'm reading now is Peaceful Warrior's Guide to Daily Life. Because
Based off the book?
Off the book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, which changed my life. Something like that, where it's just all about hey, life happens, man. And really, it's just about how you react to it in your mind that creates the experience. And all this stuff about, not just manifestation like new age shit, but really another one that's great to read is the Kabbalion, or, anything by Hermes we talked about, the 7 laws of nature and of the world, and something like that.
Yeah.
I'll read that, and not a lot. It doesn't have to take, I got a half hour. It's 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Even if I read a page and a half.
Yeah.
you know.
Just get something in there and reflect a little bit. And
Yep.
yeah. My problem is, what do you have a nighttime routine?
Yeah, I try to get in bed by 9:30 and be asleep by 10. Sometimes I'm up till 11 watching TV, but usually I'm getting tired by 9, I'm in bed by 9:30, and then I fall asleep sometime between 10 and 11. And then I usually wake up sometime between 5 and 6.
Wow.
A few days I get up later. If I'm tired, I sleep.
Yeah.
That's another thing I learned, like, sleep is important and my body needs it, especially if you're like working out or, you know, doing these intense like kickboxing trainings. Those are hard on your body.
Yeah.
They really are. I have a lot of respect for those guys that train twice a day. I'm like, fuck. So sometimes I'll sleep in till 7, you know, and then you're right. I do have the luxury because I don't have kids. So I could wake up at 7 and get all that stuff done by 7:30 and still like have done a version of it for that day, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways,
I'd like to work on my nighttime routine a little bit more and just like so that I can set myself up to get enough sleep. Because that's
Yeah.
my thing. Like I wake up and I just need.
more sleep.
My brain says you need more sleep.
Yeah.
Always. That's an always thing for me. So that's my major roadblock in doing some of this stuff is like just sleep.
Yeah, and you could probably do a lot of it at night before you go to bed, and then
Sleep?
just wake up in. Well, I mean, the morning routine before you go to bed. Like
Yeah.
you could journal, write down your goals.
Yeah, I typically typically I journal at night. And if I'm going to read, I read at night too, because I can't wake up and read in the morning because I just.
What time do you go to bed?
Probably like 11 to 12 ish.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Maybe like, 10:30 to 12, I'd say.
Yeah.
Anywhere in there. But it's not like I need to just get more strict, I think, with my.
Yeah, consistent
routine.
bedtime helps with the morning routine.
Yeah.
And again, you say morning routine, like the idea of doing the same thing, but it's just kind of like wake up and do some kind of gratitude thing in the morning and like just train your brain not to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And attack yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's what my mind does. It wants to attack me.
Of
and
course.
tell myself I'm not good enough. And, these are all the places in life where you're failing, and I'm like making a conscious effort to switch that. And just by doing it in the morning for a second, I nip it in the bud, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it plays into effect like throughout your day, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's the big play. Like my mental game is everything, because then I go into it like, dude, I'm a monster, right? I'm a beast. I'm here to do it. Mm-hmm. And even if I fail, like that's like you're tricking yourself into, as opposed to like, oh, this is hard. I'm never going to do it. Everyone's better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I like the idea of being fairly strict with a routine, especially in the mornings.
Yeah.
Of having like some sort of a plan. Because if I don't, then it's easier for me to go in a different direction.
Totally.
So, yeah, I have a job interview tomorrow in Santa Rosa.
Okay.
So, looks like I'll be commuting possibly
to Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
If you get a job.
Yeah, which
that's cool.
I've done before, and I don't mind driving because I can use some of that time wisely to do some things like that. And I have done before, and I that's not the problem. That I mind being gone 10 hours out of the day with 3 kids and like how much I'm involved in their life. Like that's the part that's like tricky. My kids are a little bit older now than when I did it before, so I think it could be better this time. But still, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, well, you can do it for a while, and if it works out and you like it, I mean, you can always move to Santa Rosa. It's not that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No?
Being in Sonoma County
Yeah.
instead of Mendo?
Dude. I was top 5 cities that drink the most in the United States. Santa Rosa's number 5.
Really?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
But probably because of all the wine.
Oh, yeah, for sure because of all the wine. I went to the lunch in Santa Rosa.
That makes sense.
I spent a lot of time in Santa Rosa. I like it there. I could live there. I've thought about moving there a few times. But I was like having lunch at noon on Friday at this place called Jackson's in downtown. You've been there? Mm-hmm. It's good. Everyone there's drinking white wine at noon. I'm like, dude, these people are getting it. And they all are like fancy people. They're not like drunkards and winos. Well, they might be, but you can tell they're breaded, dude.
If they're drinking white wine at 12 on a weekday, I would assume they're fancy people. What do you mean they're that was a given, dude.
Yeah. Okay, well then I guess I didn't need to say that. But they're not like bum outs. They're successful.
Sure.
Well, at least they look like that.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's what their shoes and hair say.
Yeah.
You
My dad was super successful.
Yeah.
But he drank in half a bottle of Southern Comfort every single day.
Oh, but not at lunch, did he? Did your dad drink at lunch?
I mean, it depended on where we were for lunch.
He'd have some, huh?
I mean, if it was, if we had a lunch like at a steakhouse or something, yeah, dude.
I don't like drinking that
Southern
lunch.
Comfort and 7-Up.
Yeah, I guess I just lucked out. And I'm like, no, I don't want to feel weird all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's great though.
And then it was Santa Rosa, and then after that, it was like North Dakota, some city in Missouri, and Iowa, like all these like
crazy,
places you'd think, oh yeah, they drink a lot. Oh, Green Bay because it's cold, in
got
the
nothing
winter
else
they
to do.
just stay inside and drink.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I would if I lived in Green Bay. I think maybe that's what I would do too.
Yeah,
because I'm cold as hell.
I remember seeing rates of drinking like spiking during COVID too, when everybody was inside and nothing to do and working from home.
Sure, dude.
What else are you gonna do?
That was a weird time, man. Hopefully we don't go back to anything like that.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we're good.
There's people that still wear the mask, which I think is hilarious.
I know my wife. I have a tendency to kind of like,
Be an asshole.
I was gonna say tease those people a bit, but you could put it that way. I don't want to be an asshole, but you're just like I'm like bugs.
Something about it gets your goat.
Gets my goat a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what else gets my goat is when autocorrect on the text messages, it always corrects well, WELL, and it like throws an apostrophe in there when it doesn't need to be, or
Yeah.
it doesn't when it needs to be.
Yeah.
I'm so aware of it that it drives me crazy, dude.
That
I'm
is
like,
terrible.
how do I turn this off?
Those are major first world problems. Huh?
I know, dude. I got big problems these days, folks. Holy cow.
Yeah, my wife always true. Don't be mean. You know, maybe they're sick and they don't want to get you sick. I'm like, you're right.
You're right. Good thing you have that lady in your life,
Thank God.
because you would just be off the rails if you didn't. Dude. You would be nuts.
All nuts.
Yeah. Big old nuts.
Big old son. No.
Hey, you know what I just realized is that when they are when you get a vasectomy, they don't shoot your balls. They don't shoot your balls with a needle. I always thought.
How did you just realize that when you talked to the
Well,
doctor last week
'cause I
about
just-
getting a vasectomy?
No way, dude. No. I just talked to somebody who had a vasectomy, and I always thought that they shot your nut. You know, with a
What sounds worse,
with
dude?
a syringe, but they don't give you Novocaine into your nut. They give it into the sac and like around it. Yeah, that
You
makes
just thought
it
they
way
jabbed
better,
a needle
dude.
into the balls.
Oh yeah, I couldn't understand how that would. I would never do it. I would never do it if that was the case. But now I'm more open to the idea. But I think
Maybe you go watch a video of like how it's done.
no.
on
I think
YouTube
that would
first.
freak me out even more, dude. I'm not into that. I'm not that stuff. Doctors and surgeries, all that shit freaks me out.
Have
dude.
you seen the one?
I'm not
how they
into
do
it.
a sex change?
Yeah. Where they they slice open the hot dog and peel it all back and
Yeah.
fucking sew it around and stuff.
Yeah, have you seen
Bring
that?
that up.
Bring it up. Let's watch it.
dude. It's interesting.
But I feel like they'd be like,
And they like cut off cut the head of it and they shrink it down in there and stuff.
probably gonna be on YouTube. If they
Sex change. No, not hot dog.
bro, what are you about to show us right now, JJ? You're fired.
I was just saying hot dog, like because it looks like the penis looks like a wiener.
Yeah, but oh yeah, go down, third one down. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one. Look at how they do this.
Do they show this to people before they actually give it to them so that they could? Because this seems like a lot of people would be a no. Look, they just remove that. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. They see? They pull
This
the
isn't
head
the
back
one.
and make the clit.
No way.
Yeah.
That wasn't the one I was thinking. Oh, that one.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the one right there. This is the one. Oh my god.
It's crazy.
They just cut off your dick.
Oh
right?
yeah. This is the one. See, you got all the parts
Yeah.
and the balls,
That look about
the
right.
sack.
JJ, that look about right.
Circumcision.
Why?
Oh!
So they slice open your nutsack.
No!
They pull it to the side.
Oh my god, dude.
They cut off your ball. They pull it to the other side.
Off your balls?
They slice your ball off. Remove it. They move your dick up.
They give you a
They
circumcision.
slice around the tip of your dick.
Okay, I don't need to play by
And they pull,
play.
well, I'm
dude.
telling them for the people who aren't watching.
Oh yeah.
And then they push all the skin down and they slice
Oh
your
my god.
dickhead off.
No. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Oh, they're slicing all over your
Okay,
dick.
so they peel that whole thing
Oh,
back.
they keep the top part
like
and
a
they
banana.
slice the under.
It looks
bottom.
like the insides of a coaxial cable.
Okay.
Oh my
and
god,
they're
they pulled
pulling
it through
the
the slit in the nuts.
and
Intense.
they cut.
Oh my god, this is intense. It's like camping.
Holy shit! Is this fucking real?
Yeah,
Are
no-
real people getting this done?
I want to know who's the first guy that got, like
oh
person
my
that got
god!
this.
They're just filleting this fucking penis.
They're like, so
Found out
here's
how
the
to do
deal.
it.
I think I can pull this off.
Oh my gosh. And then they remove some stuff.
No.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yeah, they gotta remove
whatever that was. You don't need that. Oh, it just fell.
And then they pull.
They turn it inside out.
They turn it inside out.
Oh,
They burn a hole in it. Oh, burn 2 holes. Pull it. What the fuck was that?
What is going on here?
oh
They're
my god.
Slicing and
They're making
dicing. Oh, they're making a clit.
Yeah. Like why would? Oh my god, this is so nuts.
They're making a clit
That was
and
terrible.
putting a tube up for the
Why?
pee hole. That's the pee hole.
Oh, dude, how much longer is this
They're
video? Let's
slicing
go ahead
over
and
the
wrap
pea-
this thing up.
No, wait, hold on. We gotta.
We gotta write.
What?
They have a flap.
They're closing. Oh, this is gonna be the. This is gonna be the lips.
Oh my god. And now they're slicing it down all the way to the anus. Look, you can see the anus there, dude.
And then he puts the finger in. What the fuck?
I want a new doctor.
Why did he do that?
Why are you assuming it's gender? Don't assume it's gender.
Why did he fucking put his finger in the butthole right there? That's so weird.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
oh, it's
they're-
coming together
They're
though.
tying it down.
Look at that. It's starting to look like
Yep.
what it's supposed to.
Yep.
Oh my god. This is skin though.
And
It
then they
looks like
got-
paper when they're doing that.
They cut off a little triangle of skin, a flap. And now they're making the flaps.
Okay, now I want to know what one in real life after it's done looks like. Like, I don't know. We should bring that
Yeah,
up.
pull that up, JJ.
No, we better not. All right, we found something he won't do.
Wow.
Get banned.
Oh my gosh.
So does that looks like it's fairly functional now?
This was intense.
Does that, after it heals, of course, for 8 years or whatever it takes, is that functional?
It's going to take a decade to heal.
I mean, you can probably pee out of it, but like, can you
yeah,
can you
I
fuck
mean,
it?
Oh my god, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you can. I don't know if it works.
Would you want to?
Might be a little dry.
do you want to?
JJ.
Damn, dude.
All right. You're on the podcast now.
Yeah, you got a microphone over there now, dude. Remember what you say.
Remember in Korea when they were like, well, if you want to go out and pick up chicks, make sure you give them the wet test first.
Yeah.
And we're like,
You wanna-
what does that mean? And they're like, put your fingers up there, and if it's dry, it's a man. We're like, oh! I was like, I am staying on base. I'm not going out at all.
The military dudes that were telling that. Oh.
Yeah. What do we got on the bus? All right. So first thing you got to know,
First thing first, here in Korea.
there's lady boys.
Oh, gosh.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
All right, I can't take any more.
Okay.
Hey, be honest,
I gotta go puke, dude.
I've had enough, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you hear, share with your friends.
Yeah.
If you
like
don't,
it, like and subscribe.
yeah. If you don't like it, leave us a comment. We'll talk shit about you on the next episode.
And I think we've actually traumatized our producer extraordinaire. That we're
That's
getting the head bobble.
That's what did it.
I don't blame you.
We'll see you later.